Hi everyone. Today I want to explain about structures and unions in detail. So at first, what is structure? Structure is a user defined data type. We have data types certain like as int, char, float. But here structure is a user defined data type where stores all the data types at a time. So here is the clear explanation. Sometimes we need to store different data types related to same entity. Consider an example like a student. Whenever we need to store the student data, we want a different types of data types like int for roll number, char for name, float for the points like a CGP or SGPA. So there are a different data types are required to store the data of the student. So by using structures, we can store a single data type all this data. So how it is a user defined data type, so we define the data type. So how we define? So by using the struct keyword and the structure name. So in the parentheses we store different data types which required to store the particular column. For suppose, let us consider a student. For a student, we have different entities with different data types. We need to store at a single place inside the parentheses. Let us see how the memory is allocated in the structures. So for each data type, memory is allocated according to their memory size. So the memory is not considered as a single block. How to access these structures? We can access these structures by two methods with a dot operator and arrow operator. By using dot operator, we can access the variables directly. When we use the arrow operator, we can access the value through pointer. So whenever the requirement of the pointer accessing the variable, then we use the arrow operator. Whenever we have requirement of direct accessing, then we use the dot operator. Let us consider the student example. Here roll number, int roll number is accessed through dot operator and through arrow operator. Whenever we access it through dot operator and arrow operator, the result is the same. But whenever we use dot operator through variable, it accesses. Whenever we used arrow operator, it accesses through pointer. Now let us discuss about the nested structures. In previous videos, we already seen the nested loops. What is nested loop? Loop in the loop. So here also nested structures means structure in the structure. So why it is used? Whenever you want to display the details in nested structures, we have two structures. One is inner structure and another one is outer structure. The combination of inner structure and outer structures gives us as a nested structure where we use. So let us consider a real-time example to understand. So whenever we have employee data as one structure and address of the employee data as another structure, we have to write as the outer structure of the employee details in the outer structure and the address of the employee in the inner structure to print the details of the employee. Now let us understand with an program. In this program, you can see the declaration format. So struct and the structure name and the entities, semicolon at the outside the parenthesis. Next we write another structure with the struct keyword and structure name. In the structure we write the entities and at last we give semicolon and we access it through dot operator. Every single entity is accessed through dot operator. Now let us consider unions. What is union? Here is the syntax of the union. Union keyword and union name. Inside the parenthesis we should give the data type and the members. So it is same as the structure, only the difference between the unions are memory space. When structure have every data type has a respective memory in the memory block. So where union consider as a single block of memory where all data types should accommodate in the single block of memory. Let us see some real-time example where payment system, sensor data, network packet and multimedia uses the union. Let us consider the payment system where union is the keyword, payment is the union name, where here int char double three data types are there. How the memory will share this data? we as we discussed for unions there is a only single block of memory. So how it is shared, so what is the largest data type in that particular entities, that data type will act as a single block of memory, and that memory is shared for remaining entities. So here is the major differences between the structure and union. We already discussed each and every point, but I want to notice here some point for you and just remind you. Changing one memory does not affect others in the structures, where areas changing one member overrides the previous member's data. Why it is? Because of it access only one block as a memory. Largest member of the entity should act as a single block of memory. So remaining all the differences between the structure and union we are discussed. If any queries, please comment below.